Okay, so as you can see, overall I put everything on clips after I give it a nice little scrub with a cold water and a little detergent. I rinsed it out, I dried it out for a few days, and now it's ready to be painted. I had to make sure I sanded all the parts down pretty well, cleaned it up, took apart the inner frame. Of course, I'm not digging this. Well, not completely digging it. The only thing is that I may want to remove the whole thing, remove this part, because I want to paint that inside and whatnot. Some parts, of course, I put here on the reversible tape here, and of course all there, as you can see. I have to remind myself that I am chroming these, and then the inside will be chromed while the outside will be probably gunmetal. Gunmetal all this, chrome, gunmetal all that, gunmetal all there, just in the inside. There's another part that fell over there. And then of course I needed to separate this, so I have that there, I have this here. Like I said before, I had to put them all in these. I had to make sure that I counted each and every one of them. They're sanded down, they're ready to be primed. But here's the thing, I'm not going to prime these little... I think I'm going to prime them, but I'm not 100% sure. I am planning to prime some parts. Just don't think I'm going to do it with these, because they're going to be covered up with... I'm going to use the gloss black base from Alclad 2. And then... once it's nice, since they're small, and normally I notice that when I spray paint that type of paint on smaller parts, the gloss shows up pretty well. So I'm gonna do that on all these parts, on the small ones, and then gloss them, or actually gloss one side, then chrome one side, one set of parts here, while the other parts will be the gunmetal. And then I'll prime the colors. I'll be priming these, of course, and then I'm going to use the gunmetal. I mean, not the gunmetal. The where the hell is it? Here it is. The black, the gloss black. And of course, you know what I mean. So I got everything prepared. Let me get ready. Let me fix up my table. And we'll begin priming and painting these parts. Okay, so I am prepared to begin priming all my parts using gray primer and microfiller from Alclad 2 lacquer. This is a very good primer. I recommend this wholeheartedly. And I'm going to begin with some parts here. Make sure you're in a well-ventilated area. I'm giving it a light pass. I'm not doing a heavy pass because I'm going to repaint it again with the black. I just want to cover those scar marks and scratches using the microfiller. I filled up half the reservoir that's inside the airbrush. There we go. So that way, that should cover up a lot of the amount of parts I have. This goes out to whoever asked me why don't I show off me priming parts. Well, here it is. Priming parts. To the newbies out there, obviously those who don't have airbrushes, you can prime parts by purchasing cans. Many of you guys have been with me for a long time have seen me prime parts with spray cans for a long time. And two brands which are very good are Tamiya brands and what is it, Mr. Hobby. I did try out Testers. I think it was a Testers primer I tried out a long time ago. So you may want to look into that. A large can should be sufficient for one kit, maybe two. Just remember that when you spray paint it, you want to spray paint it from a distance, and you want to give it an even coat. Constantly, you know, shake it before applying it. Yeah, put these on. I just find it more comfortable airbrushing the primer. It's a little bit more control. The primer spreads out evenly. I mean, this bottle is good enough for me to... I'm kind of like guesstimating myself, but maybe 5 or 6 master grades and a couple of high grades before I actually use it all up. And that's why I got 2 bottles. They're about close to $10 a piece. I got this as at F&M Hobbies. I gotta go see him. Oh, look at that. I must have used up the reservoir. Oh, you know, I didn't fill up all the way. That's alright. Oh. Need some more. Shake it a bit. Give it a quick blast. And continue on. Alright, so give me some time to finish priming all these parts. And then we'll proceed with probably painting. Oops, something came off, but we'll take care of that. We'll proceed with the next stage. Alright, so now we're going to do the gloss black on these parts. I'm going to try these. For the missiles, I'm only spraying, you know, right on it because the sides probably not going to be showing. But I may end up biting my own tongue for that, so I'll probably end up covering the entire area. I'm not going to apply it to these guys because that's when I'm going to use the gunmetal, and I'm not going to prime it either because in the inner frame parts doesn't seem to be work well with an extra layer, so I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I've had that. I've done this millions of times. Let me just paint the inside of this. Be good enough. Let's put this to the side. I can actually paint these guys gloss. This is very little. Because they'll be painted blue later on. And even though I'm going to be using the gloss black. Let me just apply it on this one. These are the yellows. I'll get back to that in a minute. But the reasons why I want to do this is because I want to show off this. These little guys. I wonder if I can do it all in one shot here. No, this thing is going to move around like crazy. So like I mentioned before, these will all be painted gloss black. Oh, I forgot the top and bottom. And then one will be gunmetal, while the other one will be the chrome, or maybe another type of color. I'm not 100% sure, but it's probably the same one I want to. No, maybe not the same one that I want to put on the barrels of the Gatling gun. Obviously, when this thing is all dry, I want to clear coat it using clear coat from Alclad 2, so that way it could retain the reflectiveness and shine. You know, the one thing I was always worried that I was going to lose these parts, and it just so happens while I was preparing this, I did lose a part. But not this. It was actually one of the vents. Fortunately, I found it. It was under my shoe, and it must have fell off in transit, and then I must have stepped on it, and it was right in between the grooves of my shoe. So it's like, oh damn, I was so lucked out. I had to, like, of course, count each and every part, make sure I didn't lose anything, and once I was satisfied, I said, okay, good, I have everything now. So let's hope that this is the only mishap I have, and I don't have no more mishaps. Other than, oh, and I think someone's going to probably comment, don't lose the clear part, because for those of you who don't remember, I lost the clear part of the face of the Death Sight kit when I made that a long time ago. Yeah, those bring back memories. Okay, so let me just continue on with this, and then we'll move on to the next stage.